So in my video yesterday, I introduced you to a car that made you ask the question, what kind of drug-induced coma could make you do that to a car? Well, let's talk about that. You remember those after-school specials you used to see, and the guy would show you an egg and said, "This is your brain." And then you would crack the egg open in a frying pan and go, "This is your brain on drugs." Yep.
Hey man, them ain't high heel sneakers, and the show don't look like cowboy boots, and that ain't rock and roll you playing.
So now that you've seen some of the questionable work, you know, I'm the fiberglass homemade Fender Flares. I'm not mad at them. I mean, heck, they're cracking anyway. They'll pop right off there, and I can take some round rod and blend in some metal and make some nice Fender Flares for it. And there's no reason for them to be flared out as far as they are either. They got a little carried away, so that can be easily done. Again, I'm not gonna pick on anybody else's work. When you got a case of beer and no money, I mean, this happens. Anyway, all this can be corrected, so I'm not mad at it. The car is solid. I don't really see any real rust on the car at all. There's one tiny rust hole in a driver's side floor pan. I mean, when I say tiny, I'm talking quarter size. Honestly, the most damage to the sheet metal is where they've cut out the firewall to clearance it in some way, and the fender wells, and which all that can be redone and fixed. But for what I'm into the car, it's a solid car. It's a solid car to start with. Now, what is the plans for it? So now we know the car's not bad. There's really no rust in it. A couple tiny little spots. There's really no rust. Just some very elementary school body work. But I'm not mad at anybody that done it. They probably done the best they could, so I'm not mad at them at all. But what we have is a good foundation to make something really cool. To make something unique that I don't know if you'll see very often. And just to address the elephant in the room, yes, that is a truck roll bar that's been cut down and welded back together. And no, your eyes doesn't deceive you. They didn't weld it straight, so it kind of dips in the middle and goes back up. You know what, honestly, if you're crazy enough to put this thing together, you've probably already taken a hit to the head, so I don't know how important the roll bar is at this point. But this is a doable car. This is a doable car. I think I want to, well, I'm positive, I want to ditch the 13s. This thing has 13s on the front with 14s on the back. The 14s doesn't look bad. It's got a good beefy tire on it. I probably can't even get that size tire anymore, so I don't know, but maybe I can. But if I could find a pair of 14s to match, then I wouldn't be mad at the 14s. Otherwise, I may go 15s if I can find 15 that'll work. So there's some questions there, but the wheels are something that's going to get tweaked a little bit and done, and then we've beat the dead horse to death about these Fender Flares, so we're not even going to talk about them anymore. Other than that, there's honestly not a crazy amount of work to do on this car. Gosh, it looks worse than it is. It's honestly not bad. So since we're down the rabbit hole here anyway, there's three possible ways we can go about this as far as the engine goes. Bone stock, little motor put in it, little V8 motor put in it, and that car is probably going to be fun. Side pipes on it, and man, it would sound good. It would have plenty of power for what it is. I mean, it's a light car. And that's probably the more sensible approach. And then we escalate things. That would give it more the Shelby Cobra, early Cobra look that they're going for, or that I can kind of think that they were going for. The second thought is to do something kind of 60s, 70s wicked cool and find a intake. They used to make, and I'm sure somebody still does, the intakes for the 6 one-barrel carburetors and the velocity stacks on it. So you got 6 little stacks sticking up through the hood. And kind of cool. And then we can go full Budweiser on it and just do a tunnel ram with 2 4s on a little small motor and just have a wicked, crazy look going down the road. The transmission, it's, if I was gifted an automatic, I might would put an automatic in it. Otherwise, this car was and will be a manual transmission, because I'm just not an automatic guy. I don't really care for an automatic transmission. It's definitely 3-pedal life for me. So that's about what's going to happen transmission wise. As of right now, because this is supposed to be kind of a cheap thrills project, I think we just named this. Did we just name this? The Cheap Thrills MG. We just named our project. Holy crap. Y'all stay tuned. Pray for my mental sanity. And I guess you'll be seeing more of the Cheap Thrills MG sometime in the future. Not right away. This is a project that I'm not going to rush into because, well, I got other stuff going on. I guess we're just a glut for punishment. God bless. Till next time. Something. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I'm completely lost my mind even thinking about this. I gotta go.